Wellness about heart disease for the month of February is Heart Month. Every 40 seconds, someone dies from cardiovascular disease. In this country, African Americans are more likely to contract cardiovascular disease than other races, women more than men. Please know your numbers, your blood pressure, your cholesterol, and your sugar levels. These are things that contribute to cardiovascular disease. If you feel something that is out of the ordinary, tightness in your arm or chest, your jaw, don't just dismiss it. Please follow up with your doctor. If you are on medication, please make sure you take it regularly as prescribed. Today, we have with us Pastor Lavoughn Gay, who is also my hairdresser, who is going to give you his testimony of what happened to him with cardiovascular disease. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Thank you. Not only the salon, but actually as the pastor of the Empowerment Church of Love here in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Really quickly, my testimony really is that in 2016, I had been kind of dealing with high blood pressure. But I ignored it for a very long time. I would always seem to get a pain or something from the back of my head all the way to the front, a headache. And I had done some traveling. I had just done everything that I really wanted to do between 2016 even up to this particular point, ignoring the signs. The doctor would say that I was in a sense of denial. And so as we fast forward from 2016 up to this point, for almost about 2 weeks in last year, 2022, I had been feeling some tightness in my chest. Every time I would eat something, every time I would go outside, it was as if it was such a pulling and a tightness. I couldn't catch my breath. And I was, exercising. I was kind of going to the gym. I was trying to do some things, but my eating habits was horrible. As you may know, a lot of us church people, we go out to eat a lot and all of that good stuff or whatever, but I didn't do everything that I should do in order to kind of get my blood pressure where it needed to be. I didn't take the medicine at all. And it wasn't until of October, I believe it was, of 2022 that I felt the tightening. There was a lot going on. And so I made a decision to, let me find the doctor that prescribed me the pills in 2016. Let me try to find him. Hence, I did find him. And when I went to go and make an appointment with him, he was booked. He was booked all the way to January of 2023. And so, of course, they found me another doctor. They said, maybe you should go here, whatever. So I decided. I went, got myself together, went to that particular doctor. They did all of their stuff that they needed to do. And I was telling them about what was going on because I felt that I was probably having just muscle spasms. Well, they knew more than I did, of course. And they said, no, well, maybe you need to go over to see another doctor. Once we went there, once I got to the other doctor, come to find out, there was some irregular heartbeat. There were some things going on, and they rushed me straight from the doctor's appointment directly across the street to St. Vincent's Hospital. Getting to St. Vincent's Hospital, I kind of fought a little bit of getting there and going there, but they put me in the ambulance. My pressure went up even higher. And so once I got to the hospital, of course, for some reason my pressure wouldn't go down. My pressure was about 200 over 100 and something. So I was living with high blood pressure from all of that time of 2016 up to that point. I had learned, they said, to live with it. And so in the midst of all of that, of course, they tried to lower the pressure. In the midst of all that, come to find out that on the left side of my heart, it was only functioning 5%. And so because of that, they needed to put what they call a stent. They needed to put a stent in my heart. And so with that, I was a little worried with that, but they did that, and I remember going down from to the surgery, and them going into my arm and putting the stent in and everything, and come to find out that the surgery for them to put the stent on the left side was a great success. We came out of the surgery with flying colors, but it wasn't until we got into the recovery piece of it that there was some shakiness going on, because in the midst of that, my blood pressure went up and my glucose levels went down, and the anesthesia that they gave me all came together, and I crashed, and I had a stroke in the recovery. And it's just something. It's just, I had a stroke in the recovery, a stroke so much that the left side of my whole face had turned. My whole left side, I was not able to kind of function or move it as much as I should have been able to, and it was just a mess. And I remember in recovery trying to focus and trying to say, help me, and I just remember so much chaos going on down there. And so in the midst of all of that, they did all that they needed to do to get me to a better point and a better place, which they did, and the doctors worked so good, and of course God, the help of the Lord, of course, and we were able, when I woke back up in ICU. It was a journey. It was something that I never thought that I would even go through, but I have to say today that we are definitely on the road to recovery. It's important to take your medicine, of course. It's important to do what you need to do to take care of your health and your heart. I have a family line of heart disease, and so I have to be very mindful and very careful of making sure that I take good care of myself. I've dropped already 13 pounds. Thank God I've dropped 13 pounds. My doctor said that, my woman doctor said my heart is good, of course, and so things are on the road to recovery, so much that as of March, prayerfully, if I do everything that I need to do as of March, they will scale me off of some of the medicine that I'm already on, and they will kind of reevaluate some things. So it has been a journey, but God will get our attention. And I just want to say, listen to your body. Listen to your body. Do what you need to do, that God would continue to bless you, and that you can live a long and wealthy and lasting life. All right? Amen.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.